What were you hoping for? Anybody hoping for that gaming chair? I could use a new chair myself. Yeah. Are those the ones that have like the speakers in the headrests like they're right there? Gaming chairs always have speakers in them. Some do. Hey, Leiden, how are you? Good to see you all. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. Yeah, yeah, I don't know either. They didn't show us in the. So I'm glad you guys took the iReady for whatever you do. I don't. We don't have that for my classes, but yeah, reading and math, you have to do all that stuff. You guys are tested, 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 aren't you? Almost like they're poking you all the time, poking you. Well, we got everybody here. Nope. So somebody want to do a face reveal? Yeah, I know. Yep, I know. State of Ohio is and again, state of Michigan. They're always looking to make sure that kids are ready for the next step. So who wants to reveal their face? I reveal my face all the time. Anybody want to do a face reveal? Let's see who wants to do that. Do I have it locked? Can you guys show your cameras? I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of chats. I don't know the BTW by the way. Um, I don't know the what is it? MHM or HMN or something. I don't know what that means. Never. I know what never mind is. Never mind. Yeah, looks like never mind. Okay, thanks, Hayden. I want to see what you look like. So maybe other people want to see if you look what you look like too. Hey, Sabrina, we're doing a face reveal. Hayden's gonna show his face. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me see. Did I get that wrong? Oh my gosh, that's good for me to know. All right. Yeah, yeah. Gosh darn, sorry. It's a good thing I should see your face. I've been associating with a male face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got it on here, male, female, and so forth like that. So I just used people's names here, and then I've got some. Thanks, Adriana. I resubmitted the bonus. Ah, good for you. The camera's locked. Uh-oh. Let me double check. Thanks so much. All right. So, okay, where are we? Where are you? Locked viewers. Share webcam. Oh, you're right. It is locked. Okay, apply. All right. There you go. All right, Sabrina. Now you got the fluorine. You got the fluorine done. It's part of your water supply system to help you with healthy teeth. It's interesting is some of the chemistry that goes into water cleaning, and so we can drink it. You know, did that work, Hayden? I unlocked the camera. Hey! Oh, good to see you. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Oh, I feel like a real teacher now. I really do. Hey, Naomi. Oh, look at your cat. Oh, hi. Where's little brother when I want little brother? Where are you sleeping? Oh, there he, little brother sleeping on the couch behind me. Hey, Adriana. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Oh, you guys have made my day. I can work here for now from now on. That is so great. All right. Hey, sometimes I don't shave. Sometimes, but thank you much. I so much appreciated that. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make me cry. I'm a very sensitive guy, and I'm not fooling. Oh, I got to take a deep breath. Ooh, my heart's going. Ooh, you have another cat? Yeah, it's outside. Yeah, little brother went outside this morning and cried when he realized it was cold and wet. It's like cold and wet. So I'd like him to go use instead of using the litter box inside, I want him to go outside and do it, but he doesn't want to do it. So, yeah. All right. Well, good to see you guys. So wonderful, wonderful to have you. Hey, Aiden, let's see. Do we have any new people here today? Any new people? Let me see. I've got. Oh, Rosa. Rosa's here. Hi, Rosa. We were just doing a face reveal. You don't have to do it, but we are so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Happy. And I want to talk to you the last 10 minutes of class just to kind of keep you up to date on what you need to do. Okay. So last 10 minutes, if that's okay. And anybody else we got it? Rosa, are you the only one? Let me see. Let me look at my list here of all the people. I have 5. Aaliyah, Jamie, Carrie. And do I have a Carrie at all? Oh, I don't see Carrie. All right. So we'll see if we got those in, but I'll check with you on the end of the. So if you guys want to say hi to Rosa, she's a new student today, and we are in week 6. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 3 more weeks before bonus goes in, that 50 points. All right. All right. So just a reminder, 9/29 Friday, I am going to flip the switch on this. I'm going to be the person that's being learning stuff, and I'm going to be going, wow, tired. Yeah, you guys, I'm sure you guys get tired of me talking. Oh my gosh. So it's remember it's professional teacher day, teacher PD day. So I get to learn stuff. Sometimes it's really good, but it's hard to stay awake. It's hard to stay awake for sure. So no live classes, no live classes. CLASS. Oh well, I got the L for the A. No live classes, so we're going to do async, ASYNC. I have a timeline, Adam timeline that is a bonus, 25 bonus, bonus. So I'm putting some more bonus on the $25, 25 points. And so I'm putting more points on the bonuses because we're getting close to that 9 weeks and you can do that. So it's not mandatory. You don't have to do that, but watch the video. That'll help you or catch up on your work, right? Catch up on your work, catch up on your sleep. Go into work a little later. You can for sure. All right. Thanks for guys for saying hi to Rosa. So let me see if I see any other new people in here. Let's see. We had some face reveals today. Oh, it was so great. All right. Well, we did yesterday, we did valence electrons. You go, what the heck was Mr. Gale talking about? Valence electrons. Yeah, we did. So I want to kind of do a quick review on valence electrons. Where are you? Here we go. So we're going to go over here to this side. I'm going to take my camera off here. Let me go to my library and give you the link. So valence electrons. All right. So here we are. Let's play this one. Start a live quiz. I'm going to instructor pace you because I'll go explain them because we have new people help you out. So as I said, this is your participation, right? Participation right here. All righty. So participation, please put your first name and last initial. First and last initial. All right. So I'm going to let people help me out. So I'm going to let me see this. I'm going to take you out, Kimmy, and then you can put your last initial in there. Okay. All right. And thanks so much for getting it. First and last initial. It really helps me with the bonus points. Natalia, can you put your last initial in there for me, please? Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just so when I go down my checklist on my clipboard, it just makes it so much easier to do that. So we have 21 people. So if we can get 8 to 10 people that in here, 10, 11, we'll get over 50%. So that is so good. If you can do that, I would appreciate it. Helps me know that I've got a variety of people in there and that you guys are working hard to try to understand this. I know it's hard work. It is really hard work trying to understand this stuff. Thanks, Kendall. Appreciate it. All right. So this is the first question we have here. Let's take a look at the full question here. How many valence electrons does this have? So remember, valence electrons are just the outside electrons. There's one, two. These are the bonding electrons, three and four. So if you can put four in there, those are the bonding electrons. The ones in the first shell don't count. They don't count toward bonding. Bonding electrons. The outermost electron is the bonding electron. Okay. All right. So let's stop there. Let's see how many people got it. All right. So if you got, hey, thanks, Hayden. Um, let's see. If you did four, put the number four in there. You have the right answer. So if you're missing four, put it in now. If you can't get in there, so like Hayden might not be able to get in there, do it in the private chat for me for points. Private chat, how many you were going to put in there in the first place? Because I've been having such a problem with laggy computers. Oh, everybody's got in here except Samayos. Oh, Samayos got it. Okay, it's done. 10 out of 10. We got half the class. Well, almost half, not 49.8%. Good job, guys. Letty, good job. Okay. Somebody put three. Counted wrong. Probably just counted wrong. Next slide. Valence electrons. A new word. All right. How many valence electrons for this atom? Okay. So you got to understand that this is a little different. You've got to go and look at this and say, okay, there are three electrons, one, two, three electrons, because the protons equal electrons. Two of them will be going into the first shell. So blank, blankety blank there. And then one of them is going to go into the outer shell. So if you put one, you are correct. If you put one, you are correct. Remember, the first shell always gets two, and whatever's left over goes into the second shell or third shell or so forth. All right, everybody's there. Okay, how do we do? Some participants have not answered. What do you mean? They all look like they answered. All answered. All right. Good job. Okay, somebody put four, somebody put one. Six people put one, four people put incorrect answer. They didn't tell me what number. All right. So how many electron shells? Okay, so remember the shells are the orbits. How many dotted line circles do you see? That's how many numbers you should put in there, right? How many electron shells? Remember, the Bohr atom talks about electrons in specific orbits or shells. Shells, if you want to think about it in 3D, three dimensional, right? Okay, so if you put two, you're fine. If you put two, put the number two in there. That's how many dotted lines we have there. Two is what you're looking for. Two, right? Two. All right, so we still, oh, good. Leadin got in there. Good job, Leadin. All right, how'd we do? Guys are doing pretty good. It must be the computers are working halfway decent this afternoon. Only one incorrect response. All right. Okay, so if we take a look at this question, There are 10 electrons in the neon. How many go into the first shell and how many go into the second shell? Was that how many go in the second shell? All right, so yeah, that's what it did. It got, okay, what happened? I got stuck here. What happened? Oh, full question. All right, so it should be 2 in the first, 8 in the second, because there are 10 electrons, always 2 in the first, always 8 in the second, or how many they have, up to 8. Remember, it's up to 8. And neon fills that, Bill. Good job, guys. All right. So 10 in the first shell, 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second. It just so happened that neon did that, but okay, so let's look at this one here. Full question. How many electrons does the atom have to be classified as neutral? And how many electrons in the first shell? So remember, neutral means that it doesn't have a charge. Neutral, no charge. So if you see that this has 10 protons, you got to have the same number of electrons. So 10 positive charges and then 10 negative charges cancel each other out. Remember, the first 2 electrons have to go into the first shell. The last 8 have to go into the second shell. All right. First 2. So first 2, how many is 10 and 2, right? 10 electrons to make it neutral. 2 go in the first shell. 2 go in the first shell. 10 and 2, 10 and 2. Letter A here. I guess it's A. Again, if your computer's lagging, make sure you put it in the private chat. If you're not answering the questions in this in quizzes, if you will do it in the private chat, that'll give you points if you care to. Okay. Next question. I think I turned off the volume here on this one. All right. Okay. So this one, valence electrons are. Okay, so if you think about it, these are not in the second shell. They can be in the second shell, depends on if they have 2 or not. Electrons that come and go, nope. Closest to the nucleus, nope. These are the farthest away from the nucleus. Farthest away from the nucleus, we call them the outermost. Outer, that does not look, that looks like oat. Outermost. Okay, it can depends on the element too. Hydrogen has only one shell, and its outermost shell is one first shell. Some of them have, so that's why we have to say outermost, because they vary. So number 1, A, letter A. Did everybody got A? Still, oh, Aiden got in there. Good for you, Aiden. Good for you. Excellent. All right, but laggy computer. Okay, we'll just go on from there. Let's see. Okay, I'm rambling on. I feel like the guy that was doing the drawing this morning. Just talk, 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 just so there's no dead air space. All right, how we doing? We are on 7 of 9. How many valence electrons does this one have? Remember, just count up the electrons from, there you go. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon has 4 valence electrons. So that's what you're going to put down, 4. Cool question. All right, Leiden, Rosa, Samayu. Okay, so again, 4 is what you're looking for here. 4 is the valence. Those are the bonding electrons. I say this over and over again to hope that you hear me so that you'll remember and put it into your memory box. All right, 8, question 8. Next question. All right, Hayden's in first, Sabrina's in second. All right, let's go on this one. All right, so this one is, so if we look at full question here, how many valence electrons? You can count, got to make sure you count right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons. Is your valence electrons, outer shell electrons, 8. 8 of them. Okay, full question. Number 8. That's the problem with quizzes. You go to check on it, it will not function sometimes. So 8. All right. Hey, everybody's got it. Next question. All right, leaderboard. Hayden's in first. Sabrina's in second. Raven's in third. Which of these is the electron? All right, if you remember, the neutron, 0 charge. This is the neutron, no charge, is there for stability. Okay, proton is the positive one, proton. And the last but not least, the electrical negative charge is the electron. Can't use my mouse very well. Okay, electron is the negative charge. Hey, let go. There we go. All right. So A is the negative charge. If you can see it, okay, you can do that. All right, just missing Kendall. How is Kendall? How is she? Oh, she got it done. Great. Last one. Let's see who wins this one. The winner, Sabrina, second. Third, Francisco, second. And Hayden, first. Excellent, excellent. Great job. All right. So today what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to go to this presentation. And let me get it started again. All right, so start this one again. So we're going to go to day 927. And your participation is greatly appreciated. It's really helpful, right? This stuff would not be possible without your help. All right, so I'm going to go here. And if you guys can get in here, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I'm going to move on to 927. 927. So it's going to take me a while here. So we're going to talk about all this stuff. And these are the notes for the week. Come on, move on, move on. Here we go. 926, almost there. So there we go. 927, Lewis dot symbols. Okay, what you need to know, using the information from the periodic table, I can draw a Bohr diagram of the first 20 elements. Okay, using the periodic table, you give the electrons, you can draw a Lewis diagram. All right, and remember, chemical reactions and bonds are where we're moving. We're moving to making compounds from the elements. So no foods, no drinks, no medicines, no detergents, no nothing without essential products. Humans would not have existed. Okay, and the valence electrons are the fundamental importance to humankind. Lewis dot is a simple symbol showing the valence electrons of the atom quickly. Okay, so let's see how many people have done this prompt. You should probably be on the first one, you should know something about. Second one, you should probably not know a lot about because we haven't talked about it yet. And I promise you, it's not difficult. You will love it. more than you love the Bohr diagram. Bohr diagram is boring. All right. Thanks, Akila. All right. And thank you, Devin. You participated yesterday as well. Thanks, Hayden. Thanks so much. And Leiden. Okay, I got to go to the second page. Second page. Can't see the second page. Oh, almost got the wrong one here. All right, Leiden, we were working on with this yesterday. Natalia, thank you much. 3 days in a row, Natalia. Raven, same thing, 3 days in a row. You guys are so awesome. Rosa, thanks so much for getting in there. Don't know how much it means to me to have people showing up. Sabrina, also 3 days in a row. And Samaya, you too, 3 days in a row. All right. Okay. Did I get any more people? Kimsey's almost there. Adriana's almost there. 10 out of 12 people. 10 out of 12. Okay. So we're going to move on. Maybe that laggy computer there. Okay. So we reviewed the Bohr diagram. Okay. So again, like I said, Bohr diagram has the last electrons in the last outer shell are their valence, the outermost electrons. All right, so we're going to use a periodic table, or given a number of electrons in the atom, we can draw the Lewis dot symbol or diagram. Okay, so we're going to watch this video, and I like what he has to say. He gave information. I have to do something here because, okay, so I don't think I clicked the right button to so you guys can hear it. All right, let me double check. Nope, I did not share. Okay. All right, so see if I can get this in full screen. There we go.
Professor Smartycorn's tutorial on how to draw Lewis dot diagrams and Bohr diagrams for Regents chemistry. Here we go. All right, now Lewis diagrams are actually really called Lewis dot diagrams. So you should just get used to calling it that because it'll help you remember which is which. Bohr diagrams you can think of as boring diagrams. Lewis dot diagrams have the dots. Bohr diagrams have the rings because they are boring. Now let's try a little, oh yeah, and Lewis dot diagrams, they only show the valence electrons. Bohr diagrams, you show all the electrons. So let's try a couple examples. We've got nitrogen 14, N14, and you can use your periodic table to figure out that N14 has 7 protons, 7 neutrons, 7 electrons, and it has an electron configuration of 2-5. First, we're going to try doing the Bohr diagram. You have to draw a circle for the nucleus, and then the electron configuration shows 2 energy shells, or also known as energy levels, also known as orbits. Okay, so we've got our nucleus, we've got our 2 orbits, and let's put the stuff in the nucleus that goes there. The protons go in the nucleus and the neutrons go in the nucleus, and you have to specifically list how many of each there are, 7 protons and 7 neutrons. Then we start with 2 electrons in the first ring, 5 in the second ring. Rings are also known as energy levels or energy shells. 2 electrons in the first ring, put them opposite each other. That's generally the way it's done. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons in the second ring or the second orbit. And we're done with our Bohr diagram. Now, Lewis dot diagrams are a lot easier. You just write an N, which is the symbol for nitrogen, and then you focus on how many valence electrons there are. The valence electrons are the ones in the outermost shell. Nitrogen has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are done with the Lewis dot diagram. That's it. Now, Bohr diagrams can get really big and clunky very quickly, so I'm going to show you a shortcut way to draw Bohr diagrams so they're not so gigantic, but they still have all the same information. Here's what you do. You draw the nucleus with the contents, 7 protons and 7 neutrons. Then look at the electron configuration, write those two numbers next to it, and then put some little mini partial shell lines around each one. So you're showing there are 2 electrons in the first shell, 5 in the second shell, and these lines show that those are the energy shells or the energy levels. These are totally equivalent to each other. So from now on, I recommend you do this. It's shorter, it's faster, it takes up less space. Let's go to one more example, carbon-13. Carbon-13, you can use your periodic table to figure out it's got 6 protons, 7 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Its electron configuration is 2-4. So let's go on to the Bohr diagram. We've got a nucleus with 6 protons and 7 neutrons. And then we just take the electron configuration. 2 in the first shell, 4 in the second. We draw the mini rings or the mini energy shells there, and we are done. Lewis dot diagram, even easier. C for carbon. And how many valence electrons does it have? It has 4 in the outermost shell. That's what valence means. Electrons in the outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are done. That's the tutorial on how to draw Lewis dot diagrams and Bohr diagrams. Thanks for.
Okay. Let me hit escape on this. So like a lot of things, we have to practice. Okay, so we're going to practice. Right. So again, going over this is valence electrons. All right. They're the outer electrons. Okay, the outermost electrons, they're the ones that take part in chemical reactions. They're what we call bonding chemical reactions. So here's the Bohr ring diagram. So we got 1, 2, 3. Now what he was suggesting is that we do the atom, okay, and magnesium has 10, 12 protons. I look at the electrons, so I put 12 pluses in here, okay, and then 12 neutrons in here. And then I put the ring 2 first shell. The second shell is going to be 8. And then the third shell is going to be 2. Okay, so that's all I had to do. 2, 8, 2 for a total of 12. Okay, we'll always have 2 in the first shell, and if it's filled up, you always have 8 in the second, and then we go to the third. And here all they did was write Mg, capital M, small letter G. Remember that for your symbols. And then they put the 2 valence electrons, and that was it. So it certainly is a lot easier to do. All right, so this is the diagram, or this is the writing instruction for dots, okay? So you write the symbol, okay? So here would be, if I did lithium, all right, capital L, little I, it has only, it has 3 electrons, so its diagram goes like this. It has 3 electrons, it has 2 in the first shell, and 1 in the second, 2, 1. So all it would do is, it would be like this. It would just put a dot up in the upper, on top, 1. Now, if I had something that like argon here, so it has 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons in its outer shell. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do top, right side, bottom, left side, top again, put 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's how you order these. So we'll be practicing that. This is the information, or the instructions on how to do those. All right, so neon has okay, again, like I said, we can do this. We can take neon, put our nucleus here. Looks like a heart. It has 10 positive charges, 10 0 charges. And shell number 1 has 2. Shell number 2 has 8. Right? So, and you'll notice, so they have a configuration, electron configuration of 2 and 8. And on a lot of the periodic tables, at least the P table that I've given you, it shows you up in the upper left-hand corner of the element. It says 2, 8. And so the 8 go down here. And remember, we start the dot this way. If you have 8, you can just put double, double, double. But if you have less than that, you want to go in the clockwise direction, 1 dot at a time, and then filling in the second dot. It's always good to practice that. Okay, and here's the electron configuration for boron. All right, 3 valence electrons. So start at the top, 1, right side, bottom. Silicon, silicon has 4 valence electrons in the outer shell, 1 dot in the top, right side, bottom, left side. And then antimony has 5, so we start 1 at the top, 1 at the right side, bottom, left side, and then we put the 5th one with when we go to the top again. All right, so let's start with some. Okay, so hydrogen goes like this. Okay, so I'm going to put the nucleus here, right? And nitrogen has 1 plus sign inside, right? And it has 1 shell. And you'll notice because there's 1 electron that goes with 1 proton, that's all I do. 1 proton, okay, 1 plus, and that's it. Or I could draw it as 1p. Now, again, then what I'm going to do is going to use the capital letter H. Remember, we start at the top, so we're going to go like that. And that's it. Right, so the Bohr diagram, I don't have to write the rings. I just put the shell there and just a partial ring, and that's what we got. All right, let me take a picture of that. Because when I do this, what happens is when I close this out, it erases everything, won't let me stay there. So I'll put that back up. Let you guys finish it, see how many people are participating in the class. If we still have 8 or if we have more. Okay, so let me see what we got. Our Adriana, oh, let me let you see this again. I see that I didn't do that. There we go. You're working on it, and then I took that away. There's Hayden. Thanks, Adriana. And we got Natalia. It's hard to do this, isn't it? It's hard to do this with the circles and the material they give you. The computers, the Chromebooks are not always the best for writing on. Hey, Sabrina, thank you. So I know what you're working on. So I got Sabrina and Rosa and Natalia. Anybody else getting in there? It's hard to do. Use the private chat for these drawings. But again, like what I think that works for these is that they get you some practice. Hey, thanks, Francisco. Give you some practice, keep you from sleeping. There we go. Anybody else? Adriana. There you go, Adriana. Just put that dot in front of that H on top of the H, and you got the Lewis dot. put the dot in. There you go. Everybody's got it. Talia. Raven. Thanks, Raven. There we go. Raven's got it. Sabrina's got it. And Samayo's got it. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. And I got Devin, Kimsey, Akila, and Leiden haven't done anything yet because it could be that they have a laggy computer. All right, so let's move on to the next one. A little more complicated. Okay, phosphorus. Now, phosphorus has 15 electrons, and I can tell you that the electron configuration is 2, 8, 5, because it's 15. Okay, so they got to put 2 in the first one, got to put 8 in the second one. That's 10, and then there's 5. So we're going to put phosphorus. I'll make this bigger here. So there's my nucleus. I have 15 plus charges, 15 neutral charges. I'll put 0 charges. Okay, and then I'm going to put that shell. There are going to be 3 of them. There's a 2. All right. There's an 8. And there's a 5. 2, 8, and 5 to give us 15. All right, and this is my valence electrons. Valence, CE, it looks like double E. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put a capital P for phosphorus, just like it shows in the symbol for phosphorus. You start a dot here. Start 1 dot on the top, to the right, on the bottom, on the left-hand side, and then because you have a 5th dot, you put the 2nd dot next to the first dot you made. So you have 2 dots on top, 1 dot on the right, 1 dot on the left, and 1 dot on the bottom. So you got 2, 1, 1, 1. That gives you the correct Lewis dot structure. Correct Lewis dot structure. All right, so I've got Adriana. Oh, good job there, Devin. Okay, Francisco's getting there. So if you can see how I'm drawing it, start with, let me draw it one more time. I'll show you how I did this. If you watch carefully, I'm going to erase the dots. Okay, maybe make them in different color. Let me do that. Make them in blue. So I have a first, I put dot number, oh, okay, come on. Hey, come on, do it for me. There we go. Dot number 1, dot number 2 on the right-hand side, dot number 3 on the bottom. It's a 6 o'clock. Dot number 4 at the 9 o'clock, and dot number 5 at the 12 o'clock, and you put 2 of them together. Good job, Hayden. Yep, Leiden's almost there. Natasha's almost there. Raven's done. Rosa's done. Sabrina's done. Samayo's almost there. We got a couple more people in there. Who else came in that I didn't see? Leiden, that was it. Leiden, I did not see Leiden earlier, so let me get that in there. Leiden, did not see. All right, I got. And Hayden I already got. Francisco I got. Devin I got. There you go. Good job, Adriana. Okay. Let's move on to the next one just for more practice. All right, calcium. Calcium right here is 20. Oh my gosh, 20. So what we got for 20 electrons. Okay, so we got 20 electrons, 20e. So we have 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, 8 in the third shell. So that's 16, 18, and 2 in the fourth shell. So they don't say shells on there. They go 2, 8, 8, 2. All right, so calcium, I'm going to put my nucleus here, 20 pluses, and then 20 zeros. Let's just put that 0 there. All right, and here's my first shell, 2. My second shell, 8. And remember, it's the shells, second shell, third shell is 8 or 18. Third shell is 8 or 18, but it's always the full shell is 2 for the first shell, 8, 8 on the calcium, and then we have 2. Now the nice thing is calcium, capital A, capital C, capital A, little, capital C, lowercase a. How many dots? We have 2. So somebody show me how you put the dots in there. Remember, you start at the top and you work your way around to the right. Start at the top, work your way around to the right. Good job, Devin. Yep, you guys are working hard on the calcium. All right, Natalia, sorry, Natalia. It's almost done. So put those dots in there for me. What do they look like? Put those dots. See if I got anybody that's got the dots yet. Got 2 dots to put in. All right, Hayden, you got it. Exactly. All right. So do you, Devin, exactly right. And Adriana. So 1 at the top and 1 at the right. So 1 at the top at the 12 o'clock and 1 on the right-hand side. Okay. Okay, so I am going to let you guys see that a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on student paste, okay? So, all right, so what that means is if you're doing this, you're doing the next one on your own. And I want to talk to Rosa for a minute, okay? So the next 2, there are 2 of them. Actually, just 1 of them. Let me double check here. 1, 2. All right, the rest is just notes. So the next one you're going to do by yourself, okay? It's kind of an exit quiz. I'm going to talk to Rosa in a breakout room. All right, so I'm going to let me do this. I'm going to turn off the public chat for now. All right. And I'm going to let you guys do that. And I'm going to turn on the settings that say notification. So if you're chatting with me in a private chat, I'll get a notice of that. All right. So I want to make sure that I haven't anybody else new in here. All right, Andrew, lead in. Evan, okay. Anybody else new? Just Rosa. Yep, just Rosa. So I'm going to talk to Rosa for a minute. I'm going to have to turn off the screen here. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more. guys, back to you. All righty. So I'm going to close the breakout room, exit, and then I'm going to put okay, I'm going to go back and unlock you guys. So you guys can send public chats. All right. So, hey guys, everybody, I know we got just a minute to go, but I just wanted to thank you all for being patient, kind, and forgiving. All right. Remember, tomorrow's Thursday, last live class for this week. And then I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye, Kimsey. Have a good one. Bye, Francisco. Sorry. Hey, Elroy. Good to see you. I didn't see you come in. My bad. Did you come in late? Bye, Naomi. Bye, Raven. Hey, hello. Missed you this afternoon. So I was busy with doing those assignments. How are you doing? Doing okay? Bye, Molly. Aiden. Oh, good. Yeah, me too. I'm doing okay. A little overwhelmed by all this stuff. So, but hey, did you get here much? Did you get here late or much late? Not too bad, or